Hello and welcome to the bakingmad.com kitchen. I'm going to show you how to make sugar paste flowers to decorate your cupcakes or your celebration and birthday cakes. I'm going to use this lovely vanilla white ready to roll icing. You don't have to use this, you can use our ordinary ready to roll icing, but this vanilla one has got a lovely flavour, so it's well worth using. So we just want a little bit of this. Just cut a little bit off. And I'm going to colour it with our Silver Spoon Create colours. You should always keep this covered with cling film to prevent it drying. And if it's a little bit hard when you first get it, just give it a quick knead and the warmth from your hands will just soften it. It's very, very easy to work with. And then I'm going to use, well, lilac, or I'll do pink, I think. So I'm going to make some roses. Now these colours are great because they've got a non-drip cap. So if you knock it over, you won't get a mess all over. And also it doesn't stain your hands and it doesn't stain the work surface. But it will only give you pastel colours. So if you want bright colours in your icing, you need to use a more concentrated gel paste, but this is perfect for giving you nice pastel colours. So just keep kneading until the colour is even throughout the icing. Don't put too much food colouring in, because the more food colouring in, the stickier the ready roll icing will get, but a little bit of colouring just to give you a pastel shade is absolutely fine. So I'm not going to use all of that. As I say, you should really keep this covered with cling film to stop it from drying out, but I'm just going to roll out a little bit of it. Now the secret when you're making flowers is to use a small amount of icing sugar, not too much. If you use too much icing sugar, you'll dry it out, but you need just enough to keep it moving and keep lifting the sugar, the icing, to stop it from sticking to the worktop. So I've got a selection of cutters here, which you can get in cake decorating stores. They're not very expensive, and if you want to make pretty cakes, just get a few cutters that you like. So a little daisy, a gerbera, a set of blossom cutters I think are really nice, possibly a veined leaf, and I also like a butterfly. And I find that this little selection of cutters does just about every cake I want. So to make a gerbera, you literally just stamp out, make sure the icing moves, otherwise it's going to be stuck to your work surface. Lift it out and then pop it onto your hand, and there's your gerbera. And I'm just going to pop that, I can pop it on that one. Now if you want to, I've got some other icings that I've already coloured. You can just make a centre for your gerbera. Pop that in the middle. Whoops. And what's also quite nice is to use these shimmer balls, which can go in the centre of your gerbera too. Now to do blossoms, got these really easy little plunger cutters. Take out one, and then with the plunger you press it so that you get a dimple in it. So I've done several different colours here, and what's really nice is to layer them up with different colours. And we can just pop that onto a buttercream. To make a rose, you take a small piece of sugar paste and form a cone with a tall point. And then you take balls of icing and you roll it, and you just pinch one edge really finely to make the first petal. So with that first petal, it's thick at the bottom, thin at the edge, you wrap it around the cone, and the trick is to cover the tip of the cone so you can't see it, and that makes your first bud. And then we're going to make a few more petals to wrap around. So again, with your finger, between your finger and thumb, flatten that as thin as you can, and you just wind that around. And there's no need to add any water to this because it's nice and fresh and sticky. And then the trick is just to curl that top petal back so that it looks a little bit more realistic. And you just carry on wrapping those around to get the size of rose you want. So once you've wound around your petals, just pinch the base, and then I like to just chop off that thick end, and you can pop it on top of your buttercream. And that's a really easy way for you to decorate your cake, something that children can do. Lovely selection of cakes for a birthday or for Mother's Day. Obviously you can do this on a big cake, and if you go to bakingmad.com website, you'll find lots of recipes and lots of celebration cakes which show you more uses for these lovely flowers.